Okay, sound check. Apologies for the background noise. Yeah, I think we're working. Okay, so we are back. First of all, I want to give a bit of a very. I want to give a big apology for coming on very late. I did say 11. I did say I was going to be on for 11. Um, family have asked. Well, my family came to me this morning and they had me doing jobs for them. So, if you're wondering why I was not on at the time I stated I was going to be on for, uh, well, family. I'm very sorry about that. I'll try not to let it happen again. This is why I don't like. It's why I don't like scheduling very in like in advance, just because I know that as soon as I say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do something," that's when people want my attention. That's when people just go, all right, come on, Chewie, you can do this for us. You're not doing anything, are you?" And I have to be sort of like, well, I'm planning to play games. But yeah, so apologies for turning up late. Uh, I would have come on much sooner, had family and whatnot not interfered. Not saying that my family do interfere, but yeah, in terms of playing games and whatnot, they kind of interfered. Okay, there's a gargoyle. So what's in here? Oh, the bonfire is still here, isn't it? With hi, Firekeeper. How is the gargoyle inside the room? Ow. So this is the Prepare to Die Again mod for Dark Souls. Prepare to Die edition. Oh, bollocks. Um, yeah, I completely forgot that these guys shot lightning. There we go. Oh, dear. What now? Okay, nothing. Just let me sit down. Okay. Is it you? Okay, so it's not you. What is there? Is the gargoyle too close or something? Okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it eventually. Okay. Okay, alright, what is outside? What is it that is stopping me from sitting down? Is it on the ceiling or something? Why can't I sit down? What? What is... like... Please, just tell me what it is. I'm so confused. Did I get it? Oh, I didn't get it. Okay, try again. I'm terrible at this whole, like, working quickly. Okay, I got it. No, I didn't. Okay, so... A, down, right, A, left, A. A, down, right, A, left, A. Yeah, I know, I cannot be fast enough to do that. So, who is the enemy that is too... Is it this guy? Do I have to get this guy out of the way? Because... the other one is there. Is it just this one? There, I've taken care of him. I want to spend my souls. Just let me spend them. No, didn't let me. Okay, what if I talk to you and exhaust your dialogue? Okay. It keeps saying to me, oh yeah, use the bonfire. Rest, that's what it's for. But it's not letting me rest at the bonfire. Okay, so... is it this guy that's too close? Okay. Calm it down, sir. Because I'd rather not lose 40,000 souls on account that, you know, I was not able to spend them. As in literally not able to spend them. Okay, that guy is usually there. This giant is not, so let's go and kill this giant. Let's heal up a bit. So I should spawn at Anor Londo each time, because technically I've sat down at a bonfire, but I've still just not been allowed to use my souls. Come on now. Okay. I've got rid of both of those giants, so it should let me sit down at the bonfire now. No, it does not. Okay, the bonfire is broken. What if I quit out and come back in again? I haven't tried that. That could work. This day has not gone well. First, I've had a 5-hour interruption to actually getting started with the stream due to very, very stupid family issues. Now, I can't even play the game properly because it's not allowing me. Oh dear. I need to sort of like power on through. I cannot imagine what else is going to go wrong tonight. Well, there's another gargoyle. I mean, this is where the gargoyle usually spawns. Gargoyle usually spawns. And there's this guy here. Oh god. Demon Titanite. Lovely. Oh dear. Okay, let's just run out of your way. And heal up a little bit. Oh, Painting Guardian. Is there anything around here? There isn't usually, but new mod, no. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Right, so let's carry on. Oh god, is there a Silver Knight there? There is. Okay. I'm pretty certain I was not stood behind, not stood with my back facing him, but whatever. Oh, am I allowed to rest at the bonfire now? Nope. I still can't rest at it. I feel like I don't need to pre-warn this anymore, but as you might be able to tell, I'm coming into this quite stressed out. So yeah, I'm playing a game which is very extremely famous. It's very, very famous for annoying, aggravating and stressing people out to a huge degree. I'm already coming into it stressed out and aggravated and angry. So this isn't going to go amazingly well, I don't feel. I'm pretty certain that it's fair to say that I've lost that 50,000 souls. So I might be able to get it back, maybe not, whatever. Alright, gargoyle down. Oh yeah. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Oh. The freaking camera. Alright, if anyone's actually, like, in the game, actually gone up that, and they start running, you'll know that when you go through those pillars, the camera just wiggles around a little bit, because, when you got the camera thing turned on, which, when you, like, turn, so say if I was turning there, it would snap to the inside part of that wall. When you do it when going through pillars, the camera just sort of tries to bounce off the inside walls of those pillars, meaning that the camera does not work particularly fantastically. Oh, and the gargoyle's back. I'll try to explain what I mean in a second. Okay, I missed somehow. Right, so. What hit me? What just hit me? Was it the giant? If so, like, how? This really is not my day. Oh. If I've got a regular in the chat like Coco or Salad, please, I'm almost begging at this point. Just send me like a terrible joke or something to laugh at. I need some sort of comedy relief right now before I just go insane. It has been 15 minutes of playing this game and I'm already like starting to lose it. I think it's just because of how late on in the day it is and how much of the day I've wasted doing stupid shit that I really shouldn't have been doing. Right, so when you go through these two pillars, the camera just sort of like that there, and you sort of have to like try to control your character. Alright. Get away from him and his like absolutely wacky backstabs. Okay. Now I reckon there's going to be someone up here. No. Fine, I'll go down. How did that miss? How did it miss? Oh, he drops throwing knives, is it? Yeah, throwing knives. Come on now. Wait, is he going to get aggro there? Yep. There he goes. Oh god. There's another one. There's another one. There's two. There's two more. Who was telling me that they gave up at... Oh, it was Coco, wasn't it? Coco was telling me that they gave up at Anor Londo. I'm understanding why. I'd give up at Anor Londo too, if this shit was happening. Oh, come on, you couldn't even see me. I'm keeping calm. I'm keeping calm. I'm doing my absolute best. Oh, there's two. Yay. Alright. There's another giant. I'm gonna see if I can make a mad dash to go and get that chest. All the enemies are dead, so it's just a case of getting there without dying. And falling off and plummeting to my death and all that lot, all that good stuff. I feel like I'm gonna have to go and get myself like something to cheer myself up now, like a pack of Jaffa cakes or something, because I've got a hell of a lot of work for tomorrow. Because my actual job said to me like, oh, since you're on furlough, would you mind doing this? I'm like, sure, go on then. And so I'm doing this work. I'm like, okay, I've got something to do tomorrow, so you know, I even I even put on the schedule that I'm not working. Well, not working. I'm not streaming tomorrow. So yeah, I can do tomorrow. Hey Coco. Yeah, Coco. Apologies. I'm starting late. I've had a bit of a day. Oh God. Um, yeah, you've not missed anything. I've literally just started trying to get through Anor Londo and whatnot. I will say, if you know any jokes, Coco, any jokes at all, please, please tell me a joke. Because I'm coming into this really, really stressed out. And as soon as I started playing, I'm like, okay, I'll calm down to a nice, relaxing game. I can't use the bonfire to actually sit down at. I've lost 50,000 souls because I couldn't sit at the bonfire. The new Anor Londo layout is really starting to get to me a little bit, and I'm just like, I just need like something to make me laugh. Oh dear, there goes his tail. I'm gonna run away. Oh god, just run. Just run. What do I see up there? What do I see? I see another archer. I'm not even sure if he is an archer. I think he's just holding a spear. Yeah, he's holding a spear. I'm not gonna... Oh, oh dear. Well, they've certainly made it harder. I can't fault them with that. Some chunkies, yay. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. Just keep rolling, 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 rolling. Out the way. God damn. Just go. Just go. I'm... Oh. Oh, someone's actually thought really hard about where to put that guy. What did the Snake Man... What did the Snake Man in Sen's Fortress say to the other Snake Man? I don't know, I'm thinking it might have something to do with the letter S. Oh, by the way, Coco, this is what I mean when I say the bonfire's broken. I did not press a button. Hold on. If you heard it, just the one button press. I can't sit down at the bonfire, and I tried to level up. I can't level up. And I tried killing both giants over there and over there, and that didn't do anything. But anyway, what did one Snake Man say to the other Snake Man in Sen's Fortress? That's strange, maybe a bug. Man, oh god, I have to like read and run. Oh, the camera's being exceptionally wobbly today. Man, serpent, great sword. It's pretty good, that. Oh god. I'm being accosted by gargles and silver knights and those albino weird things and archers and all manner of things. Alright, come on, out of the way. Out of the way. Ow. Whoa, what? 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 Did you see me just lose a random portion of health for no reason? Nothing hit me. And if something did hit me, I didn't see it. Please tell me what the hell hit me. This is not a good, like, place to be playing this game. I am exceptionally stressed. Oh god, yeah. So I have two giants, one at the bottom of this lift there, and another one just before the rotating bridge. A gargoyle, get out of his shield. A gargoyle here and at the other side of the twisty bridge. I think 3 silver knights, one of which is an archer, which is fun. 3 of those albino thingamajigs, and another one just before the archer bridge. I've not made it to the archer bridge yet, and I do not want to get there. Because I can't even imagine what kind of, like, bonkers things are going to be there. So, oh Christ. So I'm thinking I'm going to take it a little bit slow. I'll work my way through the enemies one by one. Sod the enemies, I'm just going. Alright, can I heal up before any of that shit happens? No, I can't. Okay. Is he going to shoot lightning? No. Alright, I'm going to just roll down this. Okay, I think that's what hit me before, but it hit me like very awkwardly and it didn't register as an attack or something. Oh no, don't shoot lightning. Don't shoot lightning. Oh, you can't be serious. Oh, I missed my roll. Oh. It's been half an hour already, and I already dislike Anor Londo. Anor Londo was pretty empty place before, so yeah, it's cool. It is cool. I wish that bonfire worked. That's my only gripe. I forgot to go get the doll, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to wait until I get the Lord Vessel. But my god, I think they went above and beyond for Anor Londo. Like for everywhere else, they sort of like changed things around and was like ramped up the difficulty gently. And for Anor Londo, it seems that someone just accidentally knocked that slider and sent it from like manageable to absolutely wacky real fast. But yeah, how's your day been, Coco? Has it been good? Hopefully not as stressful as mine. Alright, let's just run past everyone. Is he gonna stab me? Oh, he tries. Oh, that guy tried to stab me as well. Oh, get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm trying to just roll every now and then so that the lightning guys don't get me. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh god, I mistimed my roll very, very badly. Okay, run, run. He can't get me. He can't get me. He can't get me. He didn't get me. Haha. Sucker. Oh, I think there's someone at the front door as well. Alright, so no one can actually hit me here, so I'm just gonna... That was just the postman. That sounds like a pretty good day, Coco. During our summer, where I live, there's a really, really nice park. It's absolutely huge, and there's a river that runs through it. Oh Christ, they moved it. There's a river that runs through the park as well, and when I went over there, just because I just passed. Okay, hello. I just passed by it on my walk. It was during the lockdown, of which my opinions will remain to myself about that. But I do think lockdown was a good idea. I'm not trying to like say anything bad about it, just about how it was handled. Yeah, there were just tons and tons of people by this river, and they were all like sunbathing and all that lot. And it was like the day we got out of lockdown, people were doing that. A gold coin. I still don't know what these are used for. I think they just boost item discovery or something. Well, that's what they do in 3 at least. Old Man McLife's coins. And I think tonight I'm gonna have myself some salmon. I'm gonna watch a film. I might have a bath. Actually, no, I'm gonna have a shower instead. Just because I need to wash my hair. And hi, Solar. Oh, here's the bonfire. Hi, Solar. I wonder if I could sit down at this one. Yeah, I just gotta think of what film I want to watch tonight. I might watch Venom. That was a good film when I saw it on Netflix the other day, so I might watch it again. Get lost. Go on, you big spangly bastard. Safe. There's also a point where I lived during the lockdown. There was some policeman stationed there. Yeah, our police didn't do that. In fact, we didn't really see most of our police because they were busy, like dealing with where there's no real easy way to say it without really just sort of saying bad stuff about the people in my country, but I come from cheery old England, and I will not disclose the actual place of where I live, but where I live, a lot of people really do flaunt the rules quite a lot, and because I live near a city, a lot of people very much enjoy the old city pastime of getting drunk, doing drugs, and stabbing people, that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure exactly what was on the menu for that day, drink, drugs, or stabbing, but the police usually deal with that. So when it comes to enforcing the lockdown rules, it didn't really happen. But I'm not saying anything bad about our police, especially where I live. They're really good. Yeah, also very friendly. Like, yeah, they used to come to our school quite a lot. Because I lived out in the country, they were just sort of like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, don't be a bad person. And I remember there was one guy called PC Chris. I think he's still in the police force in this village that I used to live in. That's a mimic. Don't kick me. Don't kick me. Yeah, there's a lot of drunk idiots. Where I live, there's just quite a lot more of them, I feel. I will say, other than like the dangerous drunk idiots, a lot of them are harmless. Like the worst they'll do is sort of like take the piss out of you, and that's about as best as you can ask for from drunk idiots. Though, yeah. My dad, my dad said to me, because I said that I'd always like to move somewhere in Germany, because Germany does seem like a very lovely place to move to and work in and all that lot. And he was like, yeah, if you was to go to Germany, you know, I'm not sure you'll like it because they're very I'm trying to think of the word that he used. It wasn't a bad word. It was like very focused, very like what is that word? It, I genuinely cannot remember that word that he said. And it doesn't help that I'm like half distracted. Bloody hell. Alright, full focus on trying to think of what this word was. What was it? I can't think of the word, but he's like, in Germany, like, you have to drive at this speed limit. There's no going over the speed limit because it's against the rules, and there's like no doing this because it's against the rules. In public, you have to act in a certain way because there's no like, you can't be drunk in public, that kind of thing. All that is kept to pubs and whatnot. I'm just like, all of this is just sounding like very, very good to me. I don't think it was. I think he just said it was very like they kept order and stuff like that, and like not it. The way I'm like making it sound is not great. Very. But yeah, very stoic is kind of a good way to think of it. I'd say like very logical and things like that. It's very much just like I genuinely can't put it into words exactly what it is. But in England, where I live in England, it's very much people drive on the left hand side of the road, apart from when they have to drive on the right hand side of the road because someone parked like too far like in the middle of the road. People in England, they park on double yellow lines, where I live at least, constantly. No one does anything about it. But and from what I've heard, in Germany that sort of stuff does not happen. Everyone is very much we follow the rules, and you know, we're very, very kind, peaceful sort of place, and we do have fun, but only in the fun places. Everywhere else is we follow the rules and we keep everything as it should be. You know, everything has a place and all that lot. The fun things happen in the fun area. When you're at home, you can have fun there. Out in like in the middle of the street, no, no fun there. You need to be like a good citizen there. And I don't want this to sound horrible or anything. It like in my head, the way I'm making it sound is quite dodgy and a little bit horrible. But I'm trying to make it sound as nice as I possibly can. But then again, I've heard that Norway would quite suit me, because apparently in Norway everyone is very sort of like a bit introverted, and they're a bit sort of like I'm not doing good today. They're very introverted, and they're just like, they go into a shop and they ask for like, I'm after a hammer. They give them a hammer, and then there's no more interaction. Like a lot of the times it's shopkeepers and all that lot will not ask what you're looking for. They'll just let you look for it, and only in like very, very rare circumstances will they come up to you and just be like, what are you looking for? And then you just go, hammer, and they go, the hammer aisle is over here. But yeah, I feel like where I live is nice. Oh, bloody hell! I'm sorry that I'm doing terribly, and my mind is elsewhere. Yeah, there's tons of rules for England. No one follows them. Like literally no one. Especially when it comes to traffic and parking. No one parks correctly, and no one does anything about it. It's one of those sort of like things of just, oh, if you see someone parking badly, then you don't do anything about it. You just go to your wife and go, see that? They're not parking correctly. Tut tut tut. Whereas in Germany, I imagine you'd like grab a tow truck and you'd move that car out of the way, then clamp it or something. Of which, yeah, also Autobahn, gotta love that. I'm not a massive car enthusiast, but driving fast is one of those things that everyone can agree with is pretty fun. Plus, a lot of the jobs which I try to apply for, a lot of them seem to be like German only, because a lot of the brands and whatnot are from Germany, and a lot of the places that the what's it called, that the actual like worldwide center of operation is in Germany. Like Dassault, that's in Germany, I believe. I actually did. Uh, I did apply. Oh God, I did apply for a job in Germany. They since replied to me in German, and I had to do my absolute best with my limited German to figure out what it says. It said no. Um, but yeah, also a lot of the bands I listen to come from Germany, even the ones that are speaking in English and whatnot, which I never thought they were from Germany. Like there's a really cool band I like called Tankard. Did not realize they were from Germany because they speak in they sing in fluent English, and they even sound American at one point. Bloody hell. But yeah, Germany or Norway, I'd love to move there. Also, Germany's like a nice, good central point in Europe, and you can just travel to, like, if you got the summer off, you can travel to France or whatever. Italy, because I'd love to travel through Italy at some point. Um, Also, you can go to Eastern Europe and all that lot, which I always thought would be quite fun to. Bloody! I thought I was out of the way of him. I always thought Eastern Europe would be quite fun to travel to, because I do like sort of. There's a lot of cool things in Eastern Europe. Like, I'm sure you might have figured it out, but I'm a big fan of the novel Dracula and the film Dracula. So I'd love to visit Transylvania and just sort of like immerse myself into that whole thing and try and do Jonathan Harker's journey. The problem with Norway, yeah, a lot of people do agree that Norway is way too cold, but I'm more used to the cold than I am with the heat. That is like the one thing about Germany that would put me off, is that I'm pretty certain in Germany it does get toasty. It gets very toasty warm, and I don't deal with heat too well. Especially with the fact that I do have um, the word the hairdressers used is exceptionally thick and long hair, which means that anytime I'm in the heat, my head is sweating bullets. But yeah, I do like the cold, and I actually I've actually been to what's that Iceland. We're only 2 hot weeks, really. Like, what's the usual temperature over there? Oh, bad roll. Oh, that other guy, he's coming over. I'm gonna get this eventually. Because in England we had a heat wave. It was horrible. It was really horrible. Um, because it lasted for. It was on and off for a while, but overall it lasted for the equivalent of a month, I think. 25 in the summer. That's not bad. I don't think you'll like hearing what it's like over here. Yeah, at the moment, hold on, what's the temperature today? 16 degrees today where I am. So that's not bad. But where I am, it's north of England, so we do get sort of colder weather up here. And I think one of the absolute worst winters we had, it was like -7 or something, and it was absolutely freezing cold. And a lot of people, like someone I used to work for, he came to work in shorts throughout summer and like every season, and during this like one exceptionally cold winter, he was still wearing these shorts, and we were just like, how are you still wearing them? But recently I've actually been wearing shorts a lot more now. Like during this summer I was wearing shorts the entire time, and like even while it's freezing cold I'm still wearing shorts, so I can see how he does it now. Hey Sieg. Yeah, nothing more to say. There's one there. Oh, he's seen me. Aha. Yeah, so where I am, it gets very, very cold, and also it doesn't get very warm, it just gets warm for where we are. And as soon as it gets like even the slightest bit warm, that is when people take shirts off. That's it. Shirts come off, everyone's in shorts, everyone's like in the park sunbathing and all that lot. It is just pandemonium. And I was actually speaking to someone to. It was recently, but I can't remember when. They were just saying like, oh, we had to cancel a holiday to Spain, and like, I was sort of looking at them like, you're in a pandemic. I don't think a holiday should be like the most of your worries. Yeah, in England, well, I need to just keep saying where I live. Um, when I say shirtless, I mean like guys take their shirts off and women go around in like short tank tops and all that lot. Uh, like very very rarely, I've seen people wandering about in bikinis and stuff like that. But usually they sort of like don't do that. They just wear like loose, baggy clothing. But yeah, a lot of the guys they sort of, yeah, they wear like shorts and no shirt. And a lot of kids do that as well where I live. I'm not sure how weird this sounds to someone who lives outside of where I live, because I actually went to do some work in the south of the country, and I was explaining all the normal things that I get up to, um, like in the north, and they were sort of a little bit taken aback by it, and they're just sort of like, "Well, you do that? Like you do that? Yeah." And like I was explaining people in the north and what we eat and all that lot, and then I was telling them like all little bits and pieces about what goes on in the north, and it was like people from two separate countries were talking to each other, because people in the south do things very drastically different from people in the north of England, as it turns out. Oh, it's Tarkus. Oh no, it's... Don't make me fight him. Oh. I mean, I couldn't talk to you, so... Oh. I don't think your AI was programmed correctly. Yeah, especially in language. Like if you come to England and you travel through all the different counties of England, you will just sort of lose your mind trying to keep up with how many different accents there are. And I'm not sure if it'll be surprising or not, but I have the wrong accent for the county I live in, because I come from a county which is like mainly farming and very, what's the word? I don't want to say rough speaking, but rough speaking, I guess. There's a sort of slang that they use, and because I was raised in the countryside, I was taught how to speak with a very Midlands accent, and I then found out that we were taught how to speak with a Midlands accent, taught how to speak properly, because a lot of the times people would, uh, if you got like a job as, let's say, a banker or something, you wouldn't be taken seriously if you spoke with a very broad northern accent. Yeah, it's kind of a bit weird because um, we never, like in school, we never knew that there were different German accents, because we were just taught how to speak German, and it was, we picked up the accent of our teacher that was teaching us, and so we from then on thought, oh yeah, that's just how you say it, and we were never taught, oh, there was accents in Germany, and it was so confusing. And like thinking back on it, Yeah, it does make sense. Every single country will have different accents for how they say things. But yeah, that is a shining stupid moment for our education. Like, let me sit down. There we go. But yeah, there's a lot of bad things I can say about the place I live. There's also a hell of a lot of good things I can say about it as well. Like some of the countryside is absolutely amazing. Um, just because like you're in England, you can walk anywhere. As in, I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's rite of passage, not rite of passage, rite of walking or something like that. Basically, you can go wherever you want, and as long as you don't like disrespect the land or anything by like leaving rubbish about, starting fires and stuff, you can just wander anywhere. And a lot of the times it'll say private property, and they'll just mark out a little path that you can follow. Um, so you can just walk around anywhere you want. One of the absolute best places that I can think of that comes to mind is the Tolkien Trail. And the Tolkien Trail is a famous walk in northern England around the Stonyhurst College grounds, which is where J.R.R. Tolkien got the inspiration to write Lord of the Rings. It is a lot of hard work going on that trail. 4 different words for pancake. Um, I mean, feel free to let me know which 4 words they are, but I know that Germany has a lot of compound words, which is like many different words put into one. And I'm pretty sure there was one for science where it was like it was something like 20 something letters long, something like that. It was absolutely bonkers. And when I was reading it, I was like, really? Really? And I just loved it. I cannot remember what that word was. It was something like the study of natural science. Um, so I'm not sure what that word is in German, but it's that word in German. The longest German word is kind of famous here. What is the longest German word in English? In fact, no, don't tell me, don't tell me. Put it in German and let me see if I can figure it out from just sort of the limited German that I know. And my limited German is exceptionally limited because I don't remember most of my German classes. I remember some of my French classes. We did not have Spanish classes, and I then taught myself how to speak a little bit of other languages and how to read different languages. So I can read some parts of some languages, but I can't actually say it because I don't know how to pronounce them. That's a worthwhile death. I mean, in England, we actually have a similar sort of thing. It's, well, not England, in the UK, we have, it's a really exceptionally, like, stupidly long word in, it's a Welsh word. And a lot of people take the piss out of the Welsh for some reason that I don't know why. But I like the Welsh. I think they're cool. And there's a particular town in Wales and it shows up on like news broadcasts and whatnot, and no one knows how to actually. Okay, so smells just. Oh. Oh, cool! I killed. Okay, I killed Smell. But yeah, there's a particular town in Wales, and I might actually, after this fight, I might just see if I can find it, because you will not be able to pronounce it. What the hell is that? Okay. Oh god. Alright, give me a second to fight the bosses, and after that I will read that stupid long word. There's a lot of stuff going on in this room right now. I don't think that gargoyle... I was going to say, I don't think that gargoyle can get any closer to me. Oh, how wrong I was. Stop it. Just slap his thighs until he stops. Ornstein, come over here. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Okay, not you. Was that gargoyle just in there already, or... Okay, what about if I attack... Oh, that was a bad roll. I might need to get Solaire on this madness. Okay. Let me attempt to read this word. Donald... Oh dear, I'm going to have to split this up a little bit. Donald... Donald... Schiff... Selk... Trizitaten... Hope to... I don't know what the hell this is, and I can't pronounce it. Hold on a second. Yeah, split it up for a second. Split it up for me. Donau Damschiff, Fart Elec, Trizitaten, Hauf I don't know how to pronounce that one. Work bound to Beamton Gesellschaft. Okay, let me see if I can work out what these... I'm guessing they're each one separate thing that when put together makes whatever the hell it is. I'm guessing it has something to do with electricity because of that electricitaten. I kind of want to say gearbox. I imagine if it was like such a long word, and then it's like, this describes fridge. It's a electrical socket, something like that. But I bet it's sort of like it's describing each of the individual things in the actual thing, and it's like I don't know how to I don't know an example. Here is the manual clutch shift for the fitted with the electronic parts to go inside the car, and then it works by pulling the gear shaft. It's also what was the word I used before? It's also a gearbox. Danube Steamship Electricity Main Depot Building Subordinate Company. I'm still a bit confused as to what it is, because it's describing a few things there. It's a steamship electricity main depot building subordinate company. Even in English, it's confusing me, and I speak that language. Danube steamship. Okay, we'll ignore that bit. Electricity main depot building, subordinate company. Each word of this does not fit with the last word. I don't know what Danube is. I'm guessing Danube is the name of a company. Steamship. I know what a steamship is. Electricity main depot. I guess that's a thing. We don't usually call them depots in England. Building subordinate company. You've lost me there. That's confused me. I can one-up that slightly, and I can one-up it just because I don't know any translation for... it's a subordinate company that has a depot that stores electricity assisted steam. Stores electricity assisted steamship. Electrically assisted steamships on the river Danube. Okay. Okay, well, I got the Danube wrong. Danube is a river. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so I understand that. I understand it now. Now then, let me find this Welsh town name. Here we go. Yeah, go. Here we go. I absolutely love it. If you can pronounce it, you'll get a free packet of Jaffa cakes from me. I will mail them to the post and everything. You did you actually talk about it? Weirdly enough, it's not even English. That isn't the native English language. That's Welsh. Why are they teaching you it in English? I mean, it's like if they tried to teach you Gaelic in your English classes. No one in England speaks Gaelic anymore. It was, in fact, it was only in like Scotland that they actually spoke Gaelic. I'm not sure. Yeah, what I'd suggest is go on YouTube and look at the and look at someone trying to pronounce it, because I think in England it was the BBC that did it, so you'll not be able to view it outside of your country unless you had like a VPN or something, because the BBC are just awful. Apart from Doctor Who, that's like the only good thing the BBC ever did was make Doctor Who, but then they messed it up. And it's not because they added a woman. I know that adding a woman was a big, massive like controversy point, but no, the episodes were just not written as well. In your English classes, did you learn about the absolute menace to society that is the OUGH letters? Because in England, in England, we have a lot of people from a lot of different countries, and a lot of them get taught English. Like like specifically Polish people. Where I live, there's a lot of Polish people and a lot of um, Indian people and um, like people from like India, Pakistan, um, and that area of Asia. And a lot of the times they cannot pronounce. Yeah, they can't pronounce some of the things in English, such as if you was to show someone the word through, they will go, "Oh yeah, that's through," and then you show them the word thorough, and then they'd lose their mind and just go through, and it is amazing because like I don't want to like sound harsh or anything, but my friend who we affectionately named Polish Tom because there was a secondary Tom in our classes, and it just so happened that Polish Tom came second for the Toms on the register because his name began with a W but was pronounced with a V. And I showed him. Hold on. I'm gonna type a word, and like I just want you to sort of like try and like guess of what it is, and you'll see just how harsh the OUGH thing is. There we go. That is a place in England. And I gave that, I wrote that on a piece of paper, and I gave it to my friend Tom. And I just said to him, try and pronounce that. And he went through like a lot of different pronunciations for how to actually say it. Because for that OUGH thing, I think there's like 7 different pronunciations for like all the different ways you can say it. But that is a famous example, so I reckon that you already know how to say it. But if you don't, that's a fun little challenge. Would you like to know how you say it properly? How we actually sort of like figured this out as kids, I will never know. I think it was just sort of like stuff we picked up from our parents and whatnot. But that word in particular, a lot of English people, we never have a problem with it. But it's a lot of people from foreign countries that come to England and learn the English language. They have a massive issue with words like that because it does not sound, it's not pronounced the way it looks. Good damage. No, it doesn't sound like laugh. No. I'll give you a clue. The LOUGH at the beginning is pronounced luff. Okay. I think I'm gonna go and get Solar. So, the way to pronounce that word is Loughborough. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. Because we actually did say to Tom, like, oh yeah, it's pronounced Loughborough. And he's like, none of that looks like Loughborough. Where's the U? Where's the F? How does GH make an F sound? And we're just like, Yeah, I don't know. It could be worse though, because you could pronounce it as Laubra, and that would also be correct. You could pronounce it as um, um, Laf Buffra. That is also correct. You can pronounce it correctly in all the different OUGH pronunciations. The only thing is, there's only one particular way to say it that people will understand. And it is absolutely awful. Don't you just love the English language? Oh, bloody hell. One thing I do love, and when I heard it, I was sort of like, I was very, very confused when it was told to me. But someone just said that they only ever want to learn the English language. I'm just like, okay, sure, fine. I know that some people don't want to learn a second language because they just don't want to learn a second language. Me, myself, I'd like to learn quite a few languages, German included. But they're like, oh yeah, I never want to learn a second language because, English is the only language that I ever want to learn. And it's nice to know that this is him still saying this sort of stuff. It's nice to know that English is so popular that the rest of the world chooses to speak it, and I'm like, okay, I have a bit of an issue with that. And he was like, and he's like, oh yeah, since we got rid of the Roman language, we just sort of picked up the English one, and I was sort of really taken aback by that. I'm like, okay, A, you mean Latin, and B, the English language didn't just appear. We didn't just pull it out of thin air. And I was like, you do realize that English language is like a mix of Germanic languages, French, and Norwegian, and well, Scandinavian in general. And he's like, no, 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 we live in England, not France. And I'm just like, all of what you're saying does not make sense to me at the moment. And I was just loving the fact that he thought that the English language was quote unquote English. Technically, he is correct, but in a more truer sense, he is nowhere near correct. Yeah, a few Americans do often say, like, the only. I actually genuinely heard this from an American. Like, oh yeah, I speak American. I'm not saying anything bad about Americans and all that lot, but the language they're speaking is not American. It's just an Americanized version of English. The same way ours is like an English version of like 17 languages. I'm pretty sure like the English language is a bastardization of most other languages that have invaded England. And that's pretty much why. Well, I'm pretty sure that is why India speaks English, because it's usually the place that England invades now speaks English. bloody hell, I'm wasting my humanity here. Oh, ye olde English. Fun little fact, but in old, with the E on the end, that is not really a thing. People just put it on there to make it look old. Yeah, the E in the oldie thing isn't exactly a thing. It's just ye olde English. That's a fun little boring little fact. But yeah, a lot of people don't like the whole Old English language just because Old English language is sort of rooted in the whole pagan style of things, and in England we don't like paganism. Paganism is a very much no no no. We are either Protestant or Roman Catholic, and all you need to do is sort of look at the past like 1,000 years of English history to realise why both of those are sort of they're sort of like bouncing back and forth between being a little bit over the top. Because with Protestants, what they enjoyed doing for a few years was saying to people, be Protestant, and if you don't, we'll kill you. But then the title of king or queen in some cases was passed over to someone else, who would then say, okay, well, you better become a Catholic now, because guess what? If you're a Protestant, we'll kill you. And then it got passed to a Protestant, who said, okay, cool, if you're a Catholic, we'll kill you. And so people kept on flip-flopping back and forth between being Catholic and being Protestant. And in the middle of all this, it was, but don't be pagan, because if you're pagan, we'll really make sure to kill you. Come on, Solaire, before we get absolutely just plundered by giants. Okay, Smo is going a little bit ham. Ow. What the hell? Oh. I also had, at one point in time, someone argued with me about, because I said how Germany wasn't a thing just at some point in time. It was many different like states, like I didn't want to say city-states because I don't think they were classed as city-states, but they were classed as Germanic countries that spoke in a Germanic language. And he was like, oh, you mean Germany? Like, no, I don't mean Germany, I mean Germanic. And he's like, well, yeah, they're Germanic because they come from Germany. I'm like, no. And he was like, no, if it's called Germanic, it's because it's come from Germany. Like, no, they formed together and formed Prussia. And like, well, no, it didn't, because Russia's a different... No, not Russia. Russia. Prussia with a P. Prussia. And it was like a Laurel and Hardy skit or something. Not Laurel and Hardy. What are they called? Those comedians that are in black and white. Abbott and Costello. It was like an Abbott and Costello skit. It was like, Yeah, no. These Germanic countries formed Prussia, which then later changed into Germany. Like, no, the Germanic countries, they don't form Prussia, they form Germany. Like, at least he got around to accepting the fact that it formed that, but it was like really just. It was like talking to a brick wall. Because I'm pretty sure that coming from Germany, you learnt about the whole Germanic states becoming unified into one country. Well, I'm pretty sure you. I'm pretty sure it's in like the German syllabus or something, but um, because I'm pretty sure it was Bismarck that formed them all into one country. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that when it came to the whole like Germanic country thing, Bismarck had a big part to play in it, and it so much so that Bismarck is now just like a common household name for some Germans, I believe. But yeah, please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, Soler is doing his thing. Ornstein is now after me. Soler is. Oh, dearie me, there's smell. Yeah, because we were not taught about any of that in our history classes. We were taught the most useless things in history. So stuff like we touched upon like the Tudor War and why that was a big thing. Then we went on to the Mary Celeste, which is a ghost ship type deal. Which why we learnt that I don't know. Um, but then we had other stuff like we learnt about Native America, which was really cool because I didn't even know that we were going to learn about that sort of stuff. But yeah, history classes were just really like boring for us because it's like, let's learn about the Tudors and why the Tudors were cool. Let's learn about how England did. Not a lot of it was cool because we didn't learn about any like most other countries. We learnt about England and what England did, which to be fair, there's a lot to talk about, but a lot of it was just sort of like horrible, boring, and learn about the cotton trade and why industrialization was such a fun. It's to some people, industrialization and the cotton trade and all that lot would be fun to talk about, but I'd rather learn about stuff which is a bit more fun. Like a while later, I was like doing some. I'd just say that I was watching documentaries and whatnot, and one of them was just about the Silk Road, and I was like, oh god, is this going to be about England's cotton trade? And like, no, it's about how traders like in like BCE times, how they traded goods between certain city states, like how the Sumerians managed to. I don't think Samaria was like in that list of people that were trading. That was just the first name I pulled out of the hat, and all that lot. And I was like, why couldn't we learn about that stuff? That's far more interesting than learning about bloody like cotton weavers and bollocks like that. We never learned about Tesla or we learned about Edison, but we were never taught anything about Tesla, of which I feel like that is a bit of a biased teacher. Then again, I would always sort of teach about I would always teach about Tesla because Tesla's so much cooler, and he also was not a filthy thief. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that when it comes to history classes, it's all teacher's bias. There is a syllabus, but it really does come down to what does the teacher have a bias for. Okay, I think I'm going to be focusing on. Looks like it's going to be Ornstein. It's just whichever one comes closer. But Smaug looks like he's going to be easier to kill. Oh, by the way, there's that OUGH thing again. So, how you actually pronounce his name properly? No one knows. Could be Smough. Ow. Okay, I just need one good hit. One good hit. The only thing is, I know that I'm going to have a much easier time if I kill Ornstein first. Also, I have seen that you have put a message down below. Give me a second to... Oh dear. Give me a second just to focus on this. I feel like if I try and like kill Ornstein, it'll be easier in the long run. Ow. Bloody hell. Right, so I'm going to try and take out these giants first, then get Solarian and take out that gargoyle, because it might make it a bit easier. We started with You were really lucky then. We never knew what the hell Mesopotamia was. And I had to learn about that all on my lonesome, of which it was a lot of fun because Mesopotamia is pretty cool, but still, I'd love to have learned about it in school. They went on to ancient Greece and Egypt, then came Rome and the Holy Roman Empire. And then it was pretty much just German history up until now. At least you started with all that sort of stuff. We learned a little bit of Greek history. With Roman history, we sort of vaguely touched upon it, and they were just sort of like, oh yeah, we'll learn about a couple emperors. And when we left history class, we were like, oh yeah, we know all about the Roman Empire. And they're like, okay, like, how long did it last for? And like, I don't know, like a few hundred years maybe. And they're like, how wrong you are. But one of my favourite historical topics is the Byzantines. They were pretty cool. Okay, so let's get this giant. I'll go all the way around and I'll get that giant, because I believe it might make it a bit easier for me. Then I'll get Smough, Smough, Smough. However you want to pronounce it. Smough sounds pretty funny. Ornstein Smough. Why did I roll? I didn't press the button. I'm just gonna call him how I usually call him, which is just Smo. Oh. These giants are much stronger than the other ones that I was facing before. Well, maybe not much stronger, but they're definitely stronger. Why does that still hurt me? Iframes. Oh no. They didn't heal full. You miracle user bugger. One language I heard recently. I actually heard someone speak it, like not on the TV or anything, like actually for real. It was really strange because I've never heard it like in person before. Yiddish. That was weird. I was really like, I was like, I've heard this. I should find it normal, but this is the first time I've heard it like normally. I'm just like, mm. Oh. Not to say anything bad about Yiddish. It's a pretty cool language. It looks immensely difficult to learn. Oh dear. Oh god. I thought I had more time. A funny story from your English. Oh, go on. When it comes to funny stories and stuff, I always like to hear other people's. I'm pretty sure by now, Coco, you know about my sort of funny stories and all that lot. But yeah, love hearing funny stories. Hey, so looks like I'm gonna be relying on you for most of this fight. If we can take out Ornstein first, that would be great. So you take Ornstein and you do your thing. I'll take Sulla. I'll take Smo. I was supposed to take a test. We'd hear about 5 minutes of recording in English. Oh, we used to do that for French and German classes. How did you take damage already? Oh, you fell from the thing, didn't you? Come on, dumbass. Let's go. Alright, be sure not to get hit by Ornstein and his flying bullshit. Oh, yikes. Oh, go on. Let's get him. Mess him up. Wow. Ornstein. Come on now, boy. Go on, Sulla. Go on. Shank him. Sulla, you are just a tank, aren't you? Oh, God, never mind. Oh, dear. Oh, God. Right, hold on. Let me try and get Smo out your way. Or Ornstein, or whoever. Bloody hell. Ornstein, you are a zippy guy. I have seen that you've posted messages. Give me just a second. Okay, I'll read them now. Then I had to translate from memory into German. Problem was that the recording in question had a really thick Welsh accent. Almost all of our class failed that test. Yeah. To be fair, a lot of people in England struggle with it as well. That was a very unfair test. I can attest to that because some people in England would also struggle. In fact, what they should do is just give you like the worst English accent known to man and see if you can translate it. The only thing is, no one inside of England can pick the worst English accent because it all comes down to bias. A few people say that languages from like Essex are bad. A few say that the northern languages are bad, such as Lancashire, Yorkshire. Oh, Silver Knight Spear. I like that weapon. And a lot of people say Liverpool is bad. A lot of people say that Manchester's bad. An overwhelming amount of people say Newcastle is bad for some reason. I never thought Newcastle was that bad. But yeah, I think your teacher was just pulling a fast one on you because that's tricky. That. Oops, daisy. Most Germans agree that Bavaria has the worst accent, well, except the Bavarians. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger from Bavaria? Because I've heard somewhere that whenever Arnold's films come out, because he has such a very countryside German accent, he sounds very like what's the word? Sort of very not common, but very rough type of thing. And so he always gets denied the chance to dub himself in German. Austria. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was from Germany. Because not apparently, it's happened to me before. If you was to ask a Canadian person, well, if you was to say, no, yeah, if you was to ask a Canadian person if they're from America, they would get extremely offended. Oh dear. I'm not sure if Austrians get offended if you say, "Are you German?" or Germans get offended if you call someone from Austria German. Hopefully not, because if so, my apologies to both countries respectively. Oh, there's another chunky. Hmm. I think Swiss people were more offended being called German. Um, yeah. I mean, that's one thing about the Swiss is no one like ever dares mess with Swiss people because they have the world's money, but at the same time, they do get a little bit sort of, no offense to them, but a little bit high and mighty sometimes. This is the part where you say damn it. This is the part, Coco, where you say, "Oh yeah, I'm Swiss." Why'd you attack over there? Yeah, same, Coco. I'm from that area of England, by which I mean most of England is sort of the same. Actually, no, there's different sort of class systems. Bollocks! He staggered me. Yeah, in England there's a few different class systems. The one I'm in is... I'm not sure if it's the bottom. If it's not the bottom, then it's next to the bottom. Because there's like lower class, middle... Oh, bread fell over. Ow. Ow. Don't hit Solaire. Kill me out here. Yeah, because there's lower class, middle class, and upper class. The lower class people are the ones that earn quite a bit of money. The middle class people are those that earn, you know, quite a lot of money. So that'd be like bankers and like people that wear suits and whatnot. Upper class people are the very, very rich people. And that includes royalty, I'm pretty sure. And I'm part of the working class people. I'm not sure if it's better or worse than... I'm not sure if it's better or worse than lower class. But yeah, I'm that class of people. And I do kind of like how we're just classed as working class. That's all we're good for, is working class. In fact, that is one of my, I wouldn't say goals in life, but it's something I'd love to do. Is I'd love to go to a middle or upper class party being as rough as hell. I mean, I don't dress smart. I dress in t-shirt and jeans, and I'm usually wearing a band t-shirt, and it's usually either ripped or something like that. I've had it for a while, is what I'm saying. And then you've got all these people in like tuxedos and whatnot, and I just want to go in there and just flaunt about and just go like, oh yeah, richer than you, I'm richer than you, richer than you, oh I'm especially richer than you, and then slap Jeff Bezos in his face. But yeah, I'd love to do that sort of thing. I don't think it's going to happen unless I sort of like crash someone's party. I mean, you never know. Later on in life, I might do that. But yeah, there is. It's a very sort of weird situation of richness in England, because a lot of the rich people live in London, and all well, they don't exactly live in London, but they live in like the surrounding areas of London, and they work in London, and it's gotten to a point now where London is pretty much classed as its own country, because when people talk about it, they say, "Oh yeah, this happened in London," and in the rest of England, you can do that at some outdoors wedding parties. I can do that. The only thing is, it'd have to be like family or friends, and none of my friends are getting married anytime soon. And my friends would sort of go like, "Oh, there he goes doing the thing we expect him to do," or they'd just not tell me, and then I'd turn up anyway, and they'd be like, "Oh, there he goes. That's the reason why we didn't invite him." But no, I want to do it for. I want to do it for people who just don't expect it. Like, I must stop for a second whilst I sort of explain this. Like, those sort of like big venue type things, like VidCon, I think they call it, YouTube festival thing, where all these YouTubers like just walk around to gloat about how many subscribers they have and all that lot. I've never been to one, but I can imagine that's what happens. And they do that kind of stuff for a few hours or a few days even. And it's very sort of like, "Oh, look what we have. What do you like? You don't have this." That type of thing. And then it's like the big after party thing to it, where everyone is going around wearing tuxedos and like going to a nice fancy dinner in a fancy restaurant and all that lot. And you order like drinks which cost like 15 denomination of money. So €15 for you, £15 for me, that type of thing. And I'd love to go to one of those type of parties, just dressed as I usually would, in boots, jeans, t-shirt, and if it's a bit chilly that night, maybe a leather jacket. And just sort of go around and just being like, "Cool, where's the extra dips at?" And then just sort of like going around with like trying to get the cheapest drinks possible, going up to the bartender like, "If I make it myself, can I get it cheaper?" Like, speaking of, I did do that one time. I actually was it was when I went down to the south to do some work. I was staying in a hotel, and I was not yet accustomed to how the south did things, and I was not aware that service charges were a thing. So the hotel had a restaurant like in it, and so I was just like, I was in there every night, and I got a maximum spending limit of £21, and I was like, whoa, they gave me £21, and I can spend £21 on a meal every night. In the south, that does not go very far. I was able to get one burger and a tap water, and that cost me about £19. Oh yeah, that is what I imagine happens there, Coco. I've never been to one, but I'm gonna have to. Let me save my gripes for that one in a second. So, so I was in this hotel. First of all, they almost didn't even allow me to get in the hotel because I walked in eating a sausage roll, which is apparently a big no-no for hotel etiquette. You're supposed to go into a hotel and check in properly. I went into a hotel, didn't really know what I was doing, and so I gave them my check-in papers and said, "Right, can you do this for me? I have no idea what I'm doing." And they were like, yes, sir. And they were like, and he was like, oh yeah, we don't have any more rooms available, sir. And I'm like, no, I'm not asking for a room. I have a room. I just want the key for it. And he was like, well, can you tell me your room number? I'm like, well, I don't know my room number. A room's been booked. I just need to get into the room. And the guy was just sort of like, what do you mean, sir? And I was like, on this piece of paper I've given you, it's all of my booking information. So it has my booking ID of like the room I've got. So just put the number into your system or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. And eventually, after about 15 minutes of waiting around and trying to get this guy to understand what I was talking about, I didn't think it was too difficult, but apparently it was. After about 15 minutes of waiting, I finally got to my room, and I went down to the restaurant, and I was like, £21, I can't wait to see what I'm going to spend it on. And I got a burger. The burger was like £18, and the woman was like, would you like some water? I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have some water. Because I was like, I'm just gonna have tap water. I don't want any of this fancy. I don't want to risk getting a beer or something and finding out it's like, £400 for this beer. I'm pretty sure that they could tell that I didn't understand the prices. And so she came over with a bottle of water and sat the bottle down on my table, and I was like, cool. And so I didn't. So I just drank from this bottle of water throughout the rest of the night. I then looked on my bill. The bottle of water was £5. They charged me £5 for a bottle of water, and I was like, no, I asked for water. And like, that is water, sir. Like, yeah, I know it's water, but I meant like, you asked me for water. I thought you meant tap water. And like, oh no, sorry, sir. And I was like, oh bloody hell! All right, I'll pay for it. So I got my burger and my water, and it was a pretty good burger. I can't lie. The next day, I just made sure to say tap water to her. But the next day, I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? Service charge? And I asked her, what is a service charge? I can understand service charge for like eBay or whatever, because that's like commission for them or something. Oh yeah, when do you want to move it?
Now.
Oh,
Someone's outside now.
Who's outside?
Car valeter.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna have to let smoke kill me. Oh dear. Yeah, I need to go move my car, so I'll be back in a second.
Reggie, come on, goodbye. Yeah.
god damn. Yeah, so close, but I had to throw the fight a little. Alright, I'll get Slayer back. So, yeah, so I'd expect the service charges for stuff like eBay, because with eBay it's sort of, if they don't take a service charge, they don't make money, and websites not a lot, they do service charge because if they don't take a small cut, they don't earn money. But for like a hotel and restaurant type deal, I don't understand them taking service charge, because they do make money even without the service charge, because what I'm paying them is what they're earning. And yeah, so service charges for restaurants and whatnot is weird. And I asked them, what is the service charge for? And she looked at me and just said, like, straight, like, stone face, like, it's for, like, us taking the food from the counter to the table. And that was pretty much all she said. I'm like, so I can skip out paying something like, it was like a 10% service charge, and they're like, so I can skip out on paying 10% if I go and collect my own plate. And she was like, no, you can't do that. Why not? Because you're not allowed. So I can't get out of the service charge no matter what. Like, no sir, you can't. I was like, okay, well, what's this other 10% that's coming out then? Like, overall there was 20% for VAT, and then there was 20% for, well, 10% of it was for the service charge, and the other 10% was, it was like, it was sort of like a tip thing, like a tip for the staff. It was like 10% of it automatically came out of the bill as a tip for the staff. It was voluntary gratuity, something like, they called it something silly like that. And I was like, oh, okay, voluntary. So can I not pay this 10%? And like, well, no, you can't get out of paying that one. Alright. So I've got two payments that of 10% that I cannot get rid of. No. Right. Okay, fine. And I actually got very confused because I do not have money usually, and by usually I mean like at any time. I don't go to restaurants too often, especially on my own, so I don't understand certain restaurant etiquette. One of them was on a little piece of paper on the bill. It was called gratuity. And I was like, well, I know what the word gratuity means. It means what you're gracious for, like what you're thankful for. Oh, no. They didn't allow that. But unless you were inside the room and you took the air, and then, in which case, yes. I left the window open. That way I can breathe the outside air. But I was like, oh, I know what gratuity means. It means what you're grateful for. And I just put the food. And I was asking, I was talking about it with someone else that was staying in the hotel. Hey, Reggie. And there was someone in the hotel that I was actually working with at the time, and we were on lunch together as we were working, and I was like, I've got to ask you, you're from the south, what does this gratuity thing mean on the receipt for the hotel? And he was like, oh, it means what you're going to tip them, like how much you're going to tip them. And I just sort of looked at him in like sheer horror and was like, I just put the food. And he was like, what? Like, and I didn't put I put like the food was nice, something like that. And he was like, you just wrote on the what would you like to tip them? The food was nice. Like, yeah. And he just looked at me and was like, you're a dumbass. Like, well, I didn't know what it meant. I've never seen it before. In the north, it's just, why is celeb running off that? Oh, bloody hell. Like, in the north, it's just, if they've done a particularly good service, you put a few coins on the table and then you leave. Because we don't give the tip to the person, like, unless they've done like a really exceptionally good job, we will hand them a tip. Usually we just leave the tip on the table and whoever comes to collect it will get the tip, even if it's not the person that served us. But yeah, for the rest of the week that I was staying there, they did give me some funny looks the entire time, because they're like, oh, this guy's just pulling a joke on us, like, oh, what's he gonna give us? The food was nice, amazing. But to be fair, I don't feel bad. Absolutely everyone in there, everyone that was working in that hotel, all they did was try to like take my money. It's like, oh, would you like some complimentary mints, sir? They're £30. Like, ah, so they're not complimentary then, are they? Like, oh, we've done up your hotel bed, sir. Like, oh, cool. That'll be £15. Like, cool. You can undo it now. I'm not paying for it. I'm like, for a lot of these places, you usually like when it comes to like going to a fancy place, I usually just go up to them and say, "What's the cheapest drink you have?" Cool, I'll have 2 of them, and because that is just how I deal with things. I just like cheap. I like cheap things. Does it taste good? No, but it's cheap. I can afford it. I'd rather be able to afford it and have lots of it than, you know, have to take out a mortgage and, you know, just go, ah, that was pretty good. Well, there's a place where I live where a burger's £12, or you can go to another place that's near where I live, where a burger is £5. It's a bigger burger and it's way better. In fact, the people that work there and that actually make the burgers, I got to know them, and so they double it up for me for free. Sometimes it's the little things in life. Oh God, Soleil, you're about to die. Sometimes it's the little things in life, such as making friends with people in burger restaurants, which can make your life just a little bit better. Oh God, Soler. And apparently, according to someone, the name of the hotel from French translates to something like shit house, and I just started laughing in the middle of a presentation because I was like, yeah, pretty much. Absolute sham. It was a pretty good hotel though. Beds were comfy, and I didn't leave there with, you know, something horrible, so I guess that's something you can say about it. The shower didn't have much pressure to it though, which, you know, bit annoying. They did have free Wi-Fi, so every night I was watching a film whilst I was eating my my burger. And if you're wondering, all I had for that week was a burger, because I took a picture of the menu with me I was like, the cheapest thing I can get is the burger. Everything else is far more expensive. And so I was like, I can get a burger and a drink, and if I save up all my £21 meal things, I get the money for it back. And so I just worked out that if I went to this thing that I was working at, they gave me, well, they didn't give me, they gave all the students that we were sort of in charge of teaching for this week free lunches, and whatever they didn't eat, we got to have as like we were vultures feeding off of scraps and whatnot. But none of them touched the fruit. Like, they all went for the biscuits and the sandwiches and all that lot. None of them touched the fruit. So I was just like, well, I have a free bowl of tangerines that I can just pilfer. And so for an entire week, I lived off of roughly 15 to 20 tangerines a day for dinner and a burger at night. And because I saved up all of my meal tickets, I could get one hot chocolate per day, a large one, because the only place that did hot chocolate was Starbucks. Of course it was Starbucks, the most expensive place you can go to. Everything in the South is so expensive that even when I was being given free money, I had to budget. Oh god, I absolutely just... I don't know what they do for jobs down in the South, but if they came to the North, they would be like the richest people wherever they went. In fact, that is pretty much one of my friends. I have a friend who, he's one of the nicest guys ever, because when we go to like a bar or something, oh bloody hell, when we go to a bar or something, he's like, oh yeah, I'll get drinks, and he gets a round of drinks for people, and he's when I'm there, I've like got a little bit of my drink left, and he's like, go on, drink up, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm actually going to not humanity. I'm not gonna reverse hollowing. I'll see if I can manage to do it normally. And he's like, go on, drink up. I'm like, well, if I finish this drink, then I have no drink left. Bloody hell. And he's like, well, that's why, when you finish the drink, you get another drink. I'm like, yeah, no, but it's the beginning of the month, I don't want to use up all my money. He's like, well, how about if you finish your drink, I'll get you another drink for free. I'm like, I don't like this. What's he trying to get out of me? No, he's just a really nice guy who's done well for himself, and he's now spending his money with friends. But yeah, I do hope to get to that stage in life one day. So far, I'm being, in the nicest, in the nicest term possible, dicked around by job people. Employers, that's the word. Okay, I'm gonna try to just kill any of them at this point, because goddamn, Anor Londo is a bit tricky. Wow, that tracked. Oh, so did that. I mean, if the gargoyle wasn't in here, I'd say that it might be a fair fight. Oh god. I'm dealing with a trio of bullshit. Oh god. Alright, I have a missed call, so I will be back in just a second. Oh dear. Today is just not my day when it comes to Dark Souls, is it? I've just barely got through Anor Londo. Actually, there's an area that I haven't checked out, which is the painting room. I don't have the doll, so I don't think I can get in the painting room. So I might need to go back to the asylum. So what I might do is I might just check out the painting room. Let's see if the doll is in there. Then if it isn't, I might just see about heading back to the Undead Asylum. Oh, I didn't open that door, did I? And when I get to the Undead Asylum, I might just stop the... Well, I'll probably stop the stream, then head to the Undead Asylum so that I can just get there without it being boring to watch. Then when I get to the Undead Asylum, I'll turn the game off. When I come back to do another stream next, I'll start from there. Does that sound fair, Coco? I mean, unless the actual thing is in here. No, that's the same. Oh, that's not good. There's a lot more painting guardians than I remember. And I don't see an item, not even Tarkus's. Oh, wait, there's one over here. Oh, there's Tarkus's. Yeah, so I think the Peculiar Doll is back at the asylum. So yeah, this has been a short stream today. And I think I am going to end it here. The next one will be Friday, so it should start at the time that I've said it will start at 11. But depending on what my family decide to throw at me on Friday, it could start whenever. I know that it has to end a bit sooner than it should, but that is about it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. especially Coco, my regular. If you have enjoyed watching me struggle and talk about bullshit, feel free to leave a follow or a nice comment. You can't even leave comments, but you can think it in your head. Yeah, have a very good day. I'm not going to be on tomorrow because I need to do some work. So the next time you'll see me is Friday. Yes. So have a very good rest of your day. I shall see you on Friday.